Sergei Bobrovsky. Wow. See that? Drops the stick, gets over there, makes the blocker save. You're looking at your highlight limit. And vote for him because he is the champion. Have your say. Log on to tsn.ca/1v1 to vote.
Two-time Vezina winner. He's my good buddy. We've never met, but I like to think we have a spiritual connection.
Sergei Bobrovsky. And, yeah, this one's going to run the table.
Yeah.
Calling it.
Yeah. Bobrovsky is going to the rafters with this bad boy. Oh, sketching?
Yeah.
Doing some sketching. Sports Center with Jay and Dan, presented by Tim Hortons. I'm Jay, that's Dan.
Yeah.
And as usual, it's Canada. We're beginning with hockey and a road trip for the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, starting a 6-game trip. No Mike Smith. Remember Monday night? Someone fell on his head, I think. He left that game. So Eddie Lack making his second start of the season. Mike Smith originally did not go with the team. He's now with the team. They called up John Gillies for the backup, and TJ Brodie tries to break it up, swoops the puck into his own net. Flames power play. Chris Versteeg. Oh, boy. Oh, just yeah, woo! Look at this toe drag. Brodie was on the ice for all 4 goals against. Lack back out for the second. Meant the second of the game, make it 5-1. That's it for Lack. So Gillies is into the game. 5 misconducts, 81 penalty minutes handed out from the brawl, including a major to Tkachuk for spearing. And the Flames lose big to kick off that road trip.
Meanwhile, remember the Rangers' horrible start to the season? Well, they were looking to win their 7th straight. First hat trick of Artem Anisimov's career, and a nice mustache, too, for Movember. 5-3 the final black. 6-3. 6-3.
The Toronto Raptors, their first true travel test of the still somewhat new season, the second of a back-to-back games and back-to-back nights. First up, that was Tuesday night in Houston. Raps with their highest scoring game of the season put up 129 and a win. An hour flight away, stop number 2 on Wednesday night, the Big Easy, a team the Raps just beat last week at home. First quarter, DeMarcus Cousins battling on the offensive boards, lays it in, plus the foul, stares down Jonas Valanciunas. Cousins accused Valanciunas of flopping in that game last Thursday. Up 1 at the break, third quarter. Cousins. They go sliding across the court. There's a bit of embellishment there. Valanciunas' 4th foul of the game. JV and Boogie tries to put a shoulder on Valanciunas. Cousins called for an offensive foul. Boogie finished with 25 points. Valanciunas had 21. And the Raptors, here's a stat for you. They put up 125 points in back-to-back games for the first time ever.
Wednesday, Dallas Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott announced that he will withdraw his appeal against the NFL. That means he will serve the entirety of his 6-game suspension. We don't have to talk about this anymore. We don't have to talk about this anymore. This is incredible. It's like winning the lottery. I've never been so happy in my life. It's all over. He's serving. This is how the next 5 games will look for the Dallas Cowboys without Ezekiel Elliott. 3 of the remaining 5 games Elliott will miss. For against division rivals, he'll be eligible to return on Christmas Eve when the Cowboys host Seattle. Coming off a 37-point loss to the Saints on Sunday, the Bills have decided to start 5th-rounder Nathan Peterman over Tyrod Taylor for Sunday's game against the LA Chargers, and Taylor is not happy about it.
Obviously disappointed. I don't agree with the decision, but the decision was made. Got to move forward.
Are you shocked or surprised by this?
Yes.
We are 5-4. I understand that, and we are in the playoff hunt at this point. It is always and will forever, for the time that I'm here, will be about becoming the best team that we can possibly become. And this is not an indictment on Tyrod. He is an important part of our football team and will continue to be an important member of our football team moving forward.
That was useless. Still to come, back in blue and white. But what's Austin's availability? That's next.
Well. Austin Matthews took to the ice with the Leafs Wednesday for the first time in 9 days, and while he took part in all the drills, his status for Thursday, up in the air. Leafs.
Crank it.
The Devils. Viewers in the Leafs region can see them go head-to-head. It's Thursday. Your channel, TSN 4.
Bobby Ryan returned to Sens practice Wednesday. He suffered a broken finger October the 21st. It is his 6th hand injury in the last 4.5 years. So he was able to give himself a diagnosis immediately.
It's funny at this point, when I broke it, I knew where it was, and I went, oh, that's a month. As opposed to, no, you can play through that, you can freeze that, or you can do that. I've been shooting for probably the better part of a week and a half, actually. I came in one day and couldn't believe the overnight progress. Really, to be honest, it's just like something turned the corner, and I was able to do way more than the previous day. So I was able to get shots off for the last week and a half, and today was the first real test kind of with NHL speed. I think your first instinct when you're a forward going out and a guy's getting a shot off, you try to find ways. There's more orthodox ways to get in the way than I've been able to do, and I'll try to put myself in better positions going out there.
It's time for Unicorn Watch. The unicorn is what many have taken to calling the Knicks Kristaps Porzingis, and now you can too. Why? I thought I was coming back on camera. Why? Does he look like one? Smell like one? Run like one? No. Kevin Durant essentially handed him the nickname back in 2016 when he called Porzingis a unicorn because of how unique his skill and size are. The more you know.
I love that nickname.
Great shooting night from the other night in Cleveland.
There he is.
You know KP, as we all do.
He's able to shoot over because of his size and because of his skill. He's able to make plays, so it's hard to guard him. Like a lot of great players, a lot of great offensive players, you just have to try to make it as hard as you can.
That was Utah's head coach Quinn Snyder, but of course you knew that. You're starting
There were
the game.
a few scrum lurkers there too, Dan.
Oh, quite a few. Just starting the game just 1 for 6. Porzingis drives, throws it down second quarter. He had 11 in the half. Fourth quarter, Knicks up 3. Oh, that's when he hit the 3. He finished with 22 points. Jazz made it a 1-point game. Tim Hardaway Jr. clutch 3. Finished with team high 26. Knicks take it 106-101. The final.
That was all sealed.
Dude. That guy, I've never been that intense about anything.
Just a reminder, our new sponsor for this segment over here in Producer Tim's Lounge is Pizza Soy. It's soy sauce for your pizza, and Jeannie Bouchard absolutely loves it.
Judge Altidore's 1-game suspension has been upheld by Major League Soccer after an independent panel turned down TFC's appeal to have the decision overturned, meaning the American forward won't be available when the Reds take on the Columbus Crew in the first leg of the Eastern Conference Final on Tuesday.
Went down as violent conduct. I mean, how they described it is in their discussion with the two players engaged in some form of violent conduct, and it happened according to the official in one of the time periods and in one of the areas where the videos were not conclusive, and so therefore again the proof wasn't enough for them to overturn.
You just knew they were never going to overturn that. Not going to happen to them.
No, you know what that decision was?
What is it, Dan?
Garbage. So Toronto FC now plans for no Altidore or Javenko for their first leg against Columbus. And you can see it here on TSN. It's on Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and it's across the entire network. no chance he'll miss this, and there's no chance he'll want to.
No, absolutely not. Dan, the 3 UCLA basketball players accused of shoplifting during a team trip to China returned to the United States Tuesday afternoon. Freshmen LeAngelo Ball, Cody Riley, and Jalen Hill have been suspended indefinitely. They spoke on Wednesday, and they thanked President Trump, who met with the Chinese president, about securing the players' release.
I'd also like to thank President Trump and the United States government for the help that they provided as well. I'm grateful to be back home, and I'll never make a mistake like this again. I'm extremely sorry for those who I let down, but I'm also very thankful for all the help, love, and support that they provided. And I take full responsibility for my actions, and I'm sorry.
Players stole from 3 stores. They were arrested, posted bail of $2,200. $2,200. 3 stores.
Just dumb.
Just steal from 1 store. And while President Trump got his thank you from the UCLA players, we noticed during a press conference in Asia that he has a very unusual way of drinking water. Here it is, looking at the camera as he opens it, and then the 2-handed slurp.
And that's, you don't even get anything on that sip.
There it is, Fiji. Delicious.
You know why?
Right out of the tap.
Those baby hands can't hold the
Tiny
bottle.
little hands the president has, little mini hands.
According to a report by The Athletic, NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman met with Houston Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta about the potential viability of an NHL team in Houston. Bettman said, "We're not relocating any clubs right now," but did go on to say if things change and the circumstances are right, they may want to consider it.
Here's the thing, Dan. The Houston Rockets can't even sell out the Toyota Center.
And I hear they have horrible concession stands.
It makes no sense. Like, wouldn't you want to put a team in Quebec City? The fact that they're not putting a team in Quebec City and thinking about putting one in Houston, you know what that is?
Yeah. Garbage.
We continue to track nicknames throughout the National Hockey League. Let's find out if there are any new handles this week in one of our most popular new segments, NHL Nicknamesy.
Kenke, made some big saves.
Hardy's line, so I think they're all.
There was a chance to get Deller 20 minutes of work.
Joner made some huge saves.
I mean, Patty's great, whether he plays winger or center.
Steger and Brow.
Great little play by Fliggy and Cam.
Lovey tried pressing up there.
Back, he was back, and
With Goose and stuff. And
Rance was good too.
I feel bad for Gruby because Gruby's given us some.
Booty makes a huge save.
Boots had a little inside information.
I think Doobie needed to see Doobie play like that.
it's nice to get him back Marshy and stuff.
Delicious was unbelievable today.
Anybody that's going to play with Webby, it's
Great confidence for Ghost in the way he's playing.
we can put the goat in at any time.
Bradman made some great passes to me.
Nice play to Yarny there. Zeitz obviously guards.
Yeah, Klinger, you can see the confidence is growing.
Nice to see Sauter get the winner too.
Here we go. Our results after week 6. 46% E, 20% R, 15% S, and 19% of several different things, including Breadman and Delicious. And this has been another installment of NHL Nicknamesy. Coming up, it's the Jannies. Still don't know what that is? You'll find out after this commercial message. Jannies. John Wall in transition. Nutmegs. Hassan Whiteside misses the layup, and Otto Porter is there. Nutmeg.
Almost like a hockey play where you shove
5 hole.
in front of the defender.
Nutmeg, popular holiday spice.
Good guy, Hound Dog. NCAA hoops. Devontae Green lost his shoe, making his way up the court. On D, makes an incredible steal while holding on to said shoe. Look at that. Holding onto the shoe, the steal.
I never used to like eggnog, but now I like it.
Yeah, eggnog's great.
And yeah, I like Caesars now, so what's next? Never used to like any of these things.
Next for you, cod liver oil.
No eggnog products at Timmy's right now.
Okay.
Wall between his legs.
Well, we'll work with it. now that we're part of the shareholders, now that we're on the board of directors of Tim Hortons, Inc., and of course, all the financial benefits. As board members with Tim Hortons, do we have to attend meetings?
No.
Okay. All right.
Conference call all the way.
Just conference call.
And I put that baby on mute.
Perfect.
Just go about my day.
Keep driving.
The Shaw Road to the Grey Cup continues Sunday with the division finals. First up, Argos host the Riders in the East Final. Saskatchewan won both meetings this season. That's followed by the Battle of Alberta in the West Final. Edmonton won the last playoff meeting between these teams back in 2015. Both games across the TSN networks.
Still to come after Sergei Bobrovsky's superb stop Tuesday. We're counting down the best unorthodox saves in the SportsCenter Top 10.
Shades of Dominic Hasek.
Wow. Very Hasek-like. A unique save, to say the least, by Sergei
Bobrovsky.
Dropping the stick in order to lighten up his blocker arm.
Bobrovsky.
Inspiring. Is my mic broken?
Bobrovsky.
I was going to say Bob McKenzie. Sorry. Let's move on. Harm's way.
Adam Graves. In standard definition, Dominic Hasek kicking out the right skate.
Haven't said this name in a while. Mika Kiprusoff.
Skip it.
He kicked his leg back.
Maybe this should have been top 10 leg kick saves.
Yeah, that's 90% right now.
Let's see. World Juniors, Canada, Finland. Shot goes off the post, off of Mark Vistenen's back, but the Canadian goalie reaches for the backhanded glove save. Mark Visentin. I said Vistenen. That is definitely not right.
Pierre Maguire.
And you mentioned Dominic Hasek. Of course, we had to see him again. This was truly one of his greatest stops in truly the worst Buffalo Sabres uniforms that ever existed.
No, he's missing. We mentioned him on the show on Tuesday. Bill Ranford.
Oh, yeah, Billy Ranford.
But he just did a lot of flopping.
Yeah, a lot of flopping around. Next show, top 10 flopping around. One v one time. Here's what you get. Guts. Glory. Ram. All right, this is exciting, Dan. Because we begin with the challenge. Wrist shot, top corner on Eddie Lack. Boom. Taking on the new champion, and Dan, you predicted it. This could be going for a while. Sergei Bobrovsky. Wow. Amazing blocker save against the Montreal Canadiens. Who will win? Go to tsn.ca/1v1 to vote. And check out SportsCenter on Thursday with Lindsay Blocker Beauty Hamilton to find out who was the winner. We blew it. I has said Vistenen, Mark Vistenen, it's Visentin. Understand Hound Dog said he's played a game in Austria this year, so his career gave up 5 goals in 1 period, Hound Dog said. So his career's still going.
Okay. We tried soy sauce with pizza yesterday because Jeannie Bouchard tweeted about it. She
appreciated it.
LMAO, you guys.
I like it. Of course, Movember, we are growing these mustaches for a reason, to raise money for men's health. Right there on the bottom, go to the Movember page, donate to the SportsCenter with Jane Dan.
I'm getting some itches going on. You getting itches?
It's
I'm getting it right
there.
around here, under the nose.
We're getting into itch territory. A lot of gray there. Man, a lot of gray.
I'm itchy right here. Can you see anything? Is there anything in there?
Yeah, it looks like some gnats, some ticks, and some dander. Weirdly enough, it's cat dander.